Welcome back to the Drake and Josh podcast. I'm Trevor.
And I'm Jacob.
And we're back.
Yeah, we watched Demonator today. We've been gone for a little bit. We've been on separate vacations.
It's just been a lot of issues with trying to meet up.
Yeah, I went to Europe. Trevor went to LA.
And then little vacations as well.
A couple other ones.
Beaches and stuff. But
we've been AFK for a little bit.
But we're back now.
Yeah, we're finally back in the old sunroom recording.
Yeah, but we're back with big news.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go for it.
No, I mean, you guys are the ones that did it. So
Well, so Abby finally got us on iTunes, on Apple Podcasts.
We're official.
Yeah, so we're on there. You can look us up just by looking up Drake and Josh podcast, and that's where we're at in case you want to listen to it on the go or just don't want to have the video,
Yeah.
you know,
The
which is
useless
fair.
Video. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it was always kind of hard listening to it when I would listen to it in my car because I have to keep like my phone like on, you know, and the video playing. So now it's a lot easier. You can just subscribe to our feed on there and give us 5 stars or else.
Please do.
Or else.
Abby's the best producer.
Yeah.
Ever. She texted me the other day and was like, hey, guess what? I'm like, what? She's like, I did it. I got it on iTunes. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, so our SoundCloud is active again too, in case you want to use that instead.
Yeah, that's the method we're using for posting.
Yeah, we got the premium or whatever it's called, SoundCloud.
We're investing into our art now.
Yeah. Hey, we did before. I bought this mic.
True, and I got the arm. And
yeah, the mic was more.
You got
expensive.
me the cover.
Yeah,
for mine, which I love.
Yeah, for your birthday.
Great
gift.
Great birthday.
But yeah, so we're on the tail end of season 3. We're almost done with it.
Wrapping it up.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot better as the show's gone on. The episodes have definitely gotten higher quality, in my opinion.
For sure.
This episode was pretty solid. There were some infuriating moments, but there were also some really funny moments.
There were some moments where I really
the B plot line was great.
The B plot line was, I think, almost better than the A plot line.
Yeah, it was
almost.
It was so funny.
Like the crowd stuff really drags down the A plot line for me.
Yeah, me too.
But otherwise, both plot lines were just fantastic.
Yeah, so let's start it off. They were talking in the beginning when they do their classic cold open where it's where they like talking to the camera and they're talking about each other and they're talking about how Drake basically can't wait for stuff. He's very impatient.
Yeah, is incredibly. What was the word they used? Immediate satisfaction? No.
Yeah, something like that.
Something along those lines.
But it's what it's actually called. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. And Josh goes into a whole explanation about like what the term means, and it's like we know what it means, but we don't remember what the term is.
But they talk about how Josh is making his famous brownies, the Fudgy Boos.
Fudgy Boos, which he's like not happy with the name, but it's like
could rename it,
dude. You named it when you were 9, but like they're your recipe. Like,
I mean, it's a great name. At this point, it's iconic, so you can't really change the name.
It's only, but like it's iconic to him.
Yeah,
like
well, and the whole family.
Outside of the context of the show, it's just the family, which they would happily probably accept.
The Nichols Parker family. It's very famous there. Do they dash their names?
I don't think so, because I think
not.
the mom she took the name, didn't she? Oh, she did dash it.
Did she?
It's right here.
Oh yeah, look at that. On IMDb is where we're checking it, and it says that
Audrey
her name
Parker
on there.
Nichols.
Yeah, she went for Parker Nichols. What did Megan do? Did she keep
just
Parker?
kept
Yeah, because she's just
Parker,
Megan
yeah.
Parker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And same with Drake. Like that. Why would they? You know.
I wonder who their dad is.
Mr. Parker.
Papa Parker.
Papa Parker.
So then this episode is basically about Drake and Josh wanting to ride a roller coaster.
Yes, the Demonator, which comes out tomorrow. Wait, tonight.
Yeah. So they are. Well, it starts off with Drake watching the, I guess, news coverage of it.
Yeah.
Where they're like hyping it up.
Eat the brownie soup though.
Oh right, yeah.
Which is kind of
during the cold open, he eets the brownie soup. He takes it out of the oven. He says, "I can't wait any longer," and he takes it out and he's just slurping up the soup.
Which I get like.
It's probably really good. It's just like warm
the
chocolate.
raw eggs though.
Yeah, it's not gonna taste bad though.
No, I bet it would be awesome over ice cream.
Yeah.
Pour that shit over liquid, like over vanilla ice cream, and you've got.
But at that point, just get some like fudge, right? So then you're not like risking salmonella.
Yeah, you got to make it like eggless brownies.
Yeah, you could do it.
I bet if they could find an egg substitute.
Were you there that time in Gainesville when we got The cookie dough from that cookie dough store that opened up in
No,
it's not even it's the area between Midtown and downtown.
It's closed. Apparently.
It's closed? Yeah, it was bad.
It closed down.
It was hot as fuck outside and we got it and like there was nowhere to sit inside the place and I was like, man, this is like bad. This is
No,
it wasn't cold cookie dough either. It was just like room temp.
I went to the rolled ice cream place.
Rolled ice cream is okay.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
You're paying extra money for somebody to like chop up and roll ice cream for you. It's like
it's not my thing.
I don't need it rolled, and plus the ice
doesn't
taste weird to me.
Yeah,
like
it's more crystallized. I definitely like just normal like slow churned homemade ice cream because that's
better.
Amazing.
It's ice cream.
We get an ice cream after this?
We could
go get some cream.
We got a lot of recording to
do. We are going to be recording a lot today.
We could order it. We could order ice cream.
Yeah, we could Uber Eats some ice cream.
Uber Eats the ice cream. DoorDash, Postmates. So many different options.
There are. So then so they're back in the room and they're watching the news coverage and while Drake is watching it, Josh comes into the room.
He's like, "Oh my God, Mindy made me this scrapbook
of
all the notes I've given her during classes and stuff, like little love notes."
Yeah, it's got like his little face on the front of it.
And Drake's just like, "Shush, shut up. I'm trying to watch this."
Yeah, and Josh is like, "Wow, you could have at least cared." And he's like, "It's the Demonator."
And Josh just throws the book behind him like, "The Demonator."
Yeah, he just tosses it. He's like, "Fuck this." Because Mindy's been like AFK for episodes.
We haven't yet to see Mindy.
She's mentioned in passing, and every now and again she'll show back up.
It almost feels like the writers wish she wasn't there.
I don't understand it. I just don't understand why. If they're going to do the long-term girlfriend thing, she should be in it, right?
You would think. But also, this is not
it's like it's not
any
the
sort of
show.
Real narrative-driven.
Yeah, no. I
like,
mean,
sitcom. It's an episode-by-episode comedy.
That's really their only overarching plot line, right? Is that
almost
Josh
no
has a girlfriend.
Very few people grow as characters. I guess Drake kind of does.
Drake changes from this first seasons.
Yeah, he gets more mature.
Yeah.
Josh loosens up a bit.
Like the first season, Drake is like really mean to Josh.
Yeah.
Like
and then he gets to be nice.
Yeah, well, yeah, they grow into actual brothers instead of just being like two dickheads that live together.
They still are, but
well, they're great though.
We love them. They're lovable dickheads.
Yeah. So they're on the couch, and then Josh is like, "You want to practice?"
Drake's like, "Okay, yeah."
Yeah, so they practice riding the Demonator on the couch, and it's I feel like they use that shot. Do they put the shot and does it end up in the credit sequence eventually?
I don't think so.
It doesn't. I feel like I've seen that shot of them.
Might be for season
like
4.
Maybe. But so they pretend to put the roller coaster like thing down. What's it called? Like the secure thing, the shoulder secure.
Oh man, I had it.
We sound like idiots. We can't think of any words.
I had it in my brain for a second and then I lost it.
The safety thing. You guys know what we're talking about.
The
safety bars. So they pretend to put it on and then they pretend to be going up the hill. They're like,
"Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to."
And then they just go down the hill. They start screaming, and then
wiggling their face back and forth, doing the whole like
going around corkscrews and shit. And then Megan walks in on them, and she's like, "Is this some sort of new boob dance?" That's my first note.
That's your first note.
Yeah, which was a good line. It was pretty
a very
funny.
Good line.
And then they're like, "No, we're do they tell her they're practicing for the Demonator? Is that what they tell her?
They're like, "You're just jealous because we're going to ride the Demonator tomorrow when it first opens. And, oh, you're not," or something along those lines.
Yeah, and then she's like, "It opens tonight."
And they're like, "What?" And then she's like, look at the news.
Yeah.
And, yeah, they opened it early. Like a little gotcha.
Yeah, right when they turn the TV back on, it's the guy talking about how it's opening early. It's perfect.
People are getting to ride it early the night before. And
yeah, which, when we were watching it, I was talking to Trev about this. I was like, this is crazy. Like, why are they just going to this theme park at night? Wouldn't you want to spend like the whole day there?
Yeah,
because theme park tickets are expensive.
Theme park tickets are very expensive.
Unless
in California,
unless this is just like some
carnival. Unless it's like maybe you pay per ride.
I've never been to one like that. Those are more like carnivals.
Yeah, county fairs and stuff like that. It's like you pay per ride, but
I mean, there are like I'm trying to think. Like the cheapest theme park that I've been to that I can think of is like Busch Gardens because the ticket for a day. Well, I know the year passes at one point that when I got them were like $75. That was
probably because you're a Florida resident.
That was with
too.
the AAA discount too, though.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was an amazing deal.
I don't know. I don't really get theme park passes.
Yeah, but I just went to Universal for the 2-park pass for 1 day, 2 parks, and that was like almost $200. So like, it's fucking expensive.
Of course, this was back in the day too.
Yeah, true.
Well, it's still probably expensive.
I would imagine
they
so.
really wanted to ride the Demonator.
I mean, Josh has got savings.
I would not see Josh as the type to want to ride roller coasters.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so either.
Because like
as a risk taker,
the first time I really rode roller coasters was like grad bash in high school.
Really?
I never really wanted to. I was like, I'm good.
I started before that. Yeah, but it did take me a while.
I was with friends for grad bash, and they were like, "Come on!" And then this one girl was like, "I'll ride with you." And like,
nice.
I had a mild, like, I was like, "Oh man, she's cool."
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, sure. And then I ended up really liking it. But even now, like,
what coaster was it?
All the ones at Universal, like the Hulk, Harry Potter one.
Harry Potter. Oh, you mean like
the actual roller coaster?
Dueling Dragons in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently they rethemed it.
I think I rode the Dueling Dragon one first, and I was like, wow.
Dueling Dragons is dope.
That was really cool. And then got on the rest of them, whatever the other ones are in Universal.
Yeah, there's not too many. I mean, there's the Hulk, and then there's the Rip Ride Rocket on the studio side, which is the one that goes straight up, and then it goes down.
I don't remember.
That's the one where you pick your music.
It was senior. I don't think that was open when we were there.
Yeah, it would have been open. Because that was the roller coaster that got me into coasters, actually.
I don't remember.
And I rode that when I was in like 9th grade.
I don't remember riding that.
It might have been super busy. When I went to Grad Bash, we avoided it because the wait time was 2 hours long.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were like, fuck that.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
You know what I found out though, going this past time to Universal, is that the like way to do it, if you're cool with it, is doing like single rider. Like if you don't mind not riding with your friends, because like single rider line moves quick as
way
shit.
faster. Yeah, because you don't.
If they're efficient with it.
Yeah.
They were not efficient with it on the Hulk ride though. We did single rider, and they ended up putting me in a row by myself. Because there's 4 seats on the Hulk in one row.
Yeah.
And they were gonna put me with these 2 other people, and then they made me get up because 2 other people came from the other side, like the exit side, and they put them down, and they were like, "Oh, you'll ride next." And I was like, okay, but they put me back into a line they already had 4 people waiting for. So then when the guy came back over to me, I was like, you can just let them go. They're already 4. They were like a party of 4.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, you have to ride next. I was like, all right.
All right.
And so they put me in, and then I thought he was going to bring more people in, and he just didn't. I was like, all right, man. Like,
sure.
All right. What was the point of this? This is the least efficient thing you've ever done.
Whatever, it's just...
It was just crazy. I was thrown off by it so much.
Shit happens, just
but it was a shorter wait than the actual line. So
well, that's good.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Single rider for life.
We managed to avoid a lot of big lines when I went to Grad Bash because we didn't go to the concert. It was Pitbull. And
yeah, Pitbull was ours too.
By not...
Were we at the same one? No,
we
graduated 2 different... He went 2 years in a row?
What year did
I graduated 2013.
Yeah, I graduated
Maybe he went 2 years in a row. It was Pitbull when I went.
That's weird.
That's bizarre.
We didn't go to
it. Yeah, we didn't go to it either.
We just avoided it, and it was like, hey, you know what? Lines are going to be shorter.
We thought that. They weren't.
They were for us.
They were. It was still super busy.
Because we went to all the rides kind of close to the concert.
Yeah. We didn't.
Because that would pull more people.
Yeah. We went, I think right when we started seeing that stuff was when we went over to the island side. Because I think then we went to the Harry Potter stuff. Because it was pretty new at that point.
Oh, yeah.
We waited a long time to go on the Hogwarts ride.
See, I didn't wait that. Of course, I
didn't go on it.
It also rained just before we went.
Oh, really?
So maybe a bunch of people decided not to go or something.
Maybe not to go to Grad Bash in Hull.
I mean,
the rides are a majority of them, at least on Studios side, are indoors. They're all indoors on Studios, aren't they?
I don't know, dude.
Because the Jaws ride doesn't exist anymore.
The lines were not bad.
Rip Jaws.
Yeah.
Big rip.
I just waterproofed my boots too.
But Diagon Alley's dope.
So that was nice.
Nice.
Was able to step through puddles.
Perfect.
It's
They're
like,
like
no.
wearing. It's like wearing galoshes.
Not get wet at all.
What are we? Right. This is supposed to be Drake and Josh, right?
So yeah, they did the. Megan told them it was tonight,
Yeah.
and they were like, "We're gonna go tonight."
Yeah. Though we gotta go.
So
Then they were like, "Want to practice again?" So they did it again.
they did, and they flipped the couch.
Yeah. They were like, "And no feet."
My second note is it was damn clean under that couch.
It was super clean. Maybe they just cleaned it.
I mean, Josh is kind of a neat freak.
Sometimes you gotta clean. I just cleaned under the cushions on our couch.
Oh, nice.
That's for you, man.
I'm gonna be sleeping there. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of crumbs. It needed to be cleaned.
Cool.
Spring cleaning.
Would have been a snack for me. For
Oh
later.
God, that's disgusting.
So then they were going to leave
Yeah, the theme song plays. Then it cuts to downstairs.
with Walter,
Yeah, Walter and his
Mom.
wife. What's her name? Audrey.
Audrey,
I can never remember her name for the life of me.
because they never say it. They just call her Mom.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're all dressed up and they're talking to each other about dumb shit.
Like,
and
should we really go tonight? Papa Nichols just had surgery. And
yeah, they don't say what surgery it is because he seems very spry later in the episode.
spoilers.
Spoilers.
He's all drugged out.
Yeah, he's like chilling. He's got like sweatpants on and like a flannel and like a vest.
The vest, yeah,
Yeah,
very classic old man look.
Yeah, he's chilling, dude. He had
All he
what kind
really
of shoes
needs-
are those moccasins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had
Those,
moccasins,
like
super
slipper
comfy,
moccasins, yeah, and he all he really
very
needed
warm.
was one of those like golf hats. Those really smushed
Oh,
down.
yeah.
It's not a beret. It's
No, it's a golf hat,
is it just called a golf hat?
a newsboy hat.
Yeah, one of those like smushed newsboy hats. That's
Yeah.
all he really needs to complete the look. But
Yeah, I imagine he had to have been pretty warm though. I mean, they're in San Diego. Like
old people get cold,
he was a big guy though.
dude. My
He wasn't
grandparents,
frail.
my grandparents when we used to go over.
Blood thinners, right? That makes them cold.
No, granddad never was on any drugs. He was 90 something
No
and on
drugs.
like I think one pill.
Health. What was the pill?
I don't know. It might have been a blood thinner.
A mercury pill.
He had a pacemaker, so
Oh, there you go.
it might have been something for that. But we'd go over there and it'd be in the middle of summer and it was cooler outside than in their house. They had the fucking heater on.
That's the same thing at my grandma's house. I went over there the other day to help her with her computer and stuff like that with Abby.
Mm-hmm.
79 degrees was what the AC was set to. It was hot as hell inside
No.
there. I was like, holy shit.
Got to go outside.
I was sweating. I was like, get me out of here, man.
It's so
Like, I keep this apartment at 73, and if I would keep it colder if, like, money wasn't a thing. You know?
yeah, no, I get it. I mean, it's really nice in here. I think it's very pleasant.
Yeah, 73 is pretty solid spot.
Very pleasant temperature.
Well, I just mean kind of like at night, I would want it colder.
I like it cold at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bet he was pretty comfortable though.
Yeah, for sure.
So Drake and Josh were going to leave, and Mom and Dad are like, "What are you doing? You promised to stay and watch your grandpa because we're going to the Newsy Awards."
You think they actually promised that?
Probably.
They were just like in passing. They
Just
were
like-
like, hey, can you guys watch your grandpa tonight? And they were like, yeah.
Or that whatever night.
Great grandpa, actually.
Yeah. Great grandpa has
He's got his
surgery
his dumb
this
surgery.
day. Can you guys watch him that night? And they both were like,
He had his big
"Well, the
toe cut
Demonator
off.
doesn't open till the next day, so yeah, that'll be fine."
Yeah. They were like, fuck it, it'll be fine.
And it wasn't.
No, it wasn't good. It wasn't fine at all.
So Mom and Dad are like, "No, you're gonna watch him." And
Yeah, and they were like,
"Fine.
okay.
We'll bring him with us."
And then Megan comes and has flowers, and she's like, hey, Walter, can you bring these to the Newsy Awards? And
He's like, "Oh, well, thank you."
yeah,
That's
he's
so
like-
sweet.
and she's like, oh, they're not for you, bitch.
They're
Bruce
for-
Winchell.
Bruce Winchell. It's like, don't say his name.
She said that, yeah, he's like Voldemort. She said that his hair is like cotton candy, but brown, which is kind of gross.
Sounds really gross.
It's really fluffy and like thin hair.
Yeah, that sounds not great, honestly.
No,
for hair.
it doesn't.
I feel like hair, it should be like a brown wave, like an ocean wave
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
bustling waves.
Rolling waves.
But then,
brown,
so the
like
parents
shit.
leave. God. The parents leave, and Drake has an idea immediately. He starts calling people on his phone, and Josh is, Josh understands. He's
Josh
like,
looks at him
nice.
and is like, "We're gonna ride the Demonator tonight, aren't we?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh yeah." And Josh is on board with this time. Like usually, he's very much against Drake's ideas.
no,
but
he wants to ride bad.
he really wants to go ride that roller coaster.
So they call over the nerds, Craig and Eric.
Craig and Eric, couple,
Yes,
100%.
Trevor's theory.
This This episode solidifies it.
They do talk about how they went to Niagara Falls.
It's like, oh my god, my vacation photos were there. The ones in back are
yeah, because his cell phone gets smashed by Papa Nichols. Spoilers. So they invite the nerds over, they dupe them, and they get them to end up staying to watch Papa Nichols just because Drake has a copy of the first season of Space Wars on DVD, widescreen.
Widescreen, digitally remastered with bonus footage.
Yeah, an alternate ending where Spodnik dies on one of the episodes.
21.
Something like that.
I didn't write it
so
down.
I didn't either. So they end up staying. And the three of them, the Drake, Josh, and Megan ends up coming along too.
She threatens them with telling mom and dad.
Oh yeah. So they get her to not say anything by letting her come along. Obviously, she wants to ride the freaking Demonator.
Who doesn't?
So they go that night, and they end up waiting in line. The line ends up being a fucker.
But like we don't see
worst part of the episode.
We don't see the original fucker.
What do you mean?
Oh wait, yes, the whole experience with the line is a fucker. But I was like, we don't see them get to the end of the line at first. At first, cut to wow, we're almost about to get on the ride.
Yeah, they're like super close up front, very close. But then Josh has to use the bathroom because he has a big ass lemonade and a churro.
Like you're about to get on a roller coaster. What are you doing?
Yeah, you shouldn't be eating. I don't know.
Or drinking. Like
maybe he didn't have any dinner. Because they didn't know they were going to go.
I don't care. That's better. You're not going to throw anything up. Empty stomach.
I mean, if you throw up on roller coasters, you shouldn't ride them. That's what I think.
Fair.
That's to everyone out there that throws up on roller coasters, don't ride them. Yeah. You make it hell for everyone else.
I didn't even throw up on the roller coasters when I went.
I don't throw up on roller coasters.
And
I don't get motion sickness, though.
I don't either.
I always fear that I will at some point. You know, it's in the back of my mind. I'm like, what if it happens this time?
I think when you get older, sometimes you start to develop stuff like that.
Probably. Once my body starts to fight back and start to degrade.
But so
Josh goes to pee.
Josh goes to pee, comes back. Drake and Megan have moved up quite a bit.
Yeah, there's like what, three or four people in front of them
before. So this might have been either the actual line to the ride, or this is the line that's outside the ride before you get in, and there's always that internal line on rides.
The way it seemed to work though was that just led you right onto the coaster, which was weird because it was all an external line.
I feel like there was probably like at least a small internal line with the gates and stuff.
Maybe
like where like you're divided up and it's like you're getting in the front, middle. Like all the different...
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that exists there.
I'm sure that was inside, but yeah, you're right. It seemed like a very much all external line.
Which is bizarre.
Yeah.
But they are in San Diego, so there's not really like rain or anything.
There was also had to be an area where they were distributing the T-shirts.
Yeah. Well, it'd probably exit you right at the gift shop. That's how
everyone puts it on? I feel like no, because they all said I wrote it first. So I think if you wrote it the first night, you got the.
That would be a lot of T-shirts.
A lot of T-shirts, considering how long they were leaving that line going.
Yeah.
Promo thing, like you'd be surprised how much money people spend on promo for stuff like that.
No, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, they got to do what they got to do. They were shitty T-shirts though.
Or just a black T-shirt with the logo on it. I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, so Josh tries to come back into the line, and he lifts up the rope of an all the way at the back, like the exit part, I guess, like
how it turns. Sometimes they'll have the rope to let people out and in.
Yeah, or if they wanted to change the direction of the line or whatever,
something like that. Yeah.
So he goes in. He tries to go back into the line to meet back up with Drake and Mindy, or not Mindy, Megan.
Mindy's nowhere to be seen.
Sadly, she should have been there. I don't know why she didn't go on the coaster with them. 4 would have been the perfect number.
Because she would have had the logical thinking to be like, "Hey, don't do that."
Evens are better than odds at theme parks.
Yeah,
no doubt. Right?
Well, I mean, some rides are rows of
3 wide. Really?
Yeah, I think aren't they?
Not that I can think of.
I don't go to that many roller coasters.
They're usually like 2 or 4.
Really?
Yeah, okay. I think so. I mean, I can't think of any that are 3. They're probably, it definitely exists somewhere.
I don't go on rides.
Yeah, so I do. I love rides.
I do too. I don't go to places with rides very often.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, they're not things you do all the time. Well, some people do them all the time. People with like year passes and shit. Or like my friend Jesse, he works at Disney, so he goes to that shit all the time.
Does he still work at Disney?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he still works at Disney. He's in Orlando. He went with us. He went with us to Universal.
I thought he said he quit.
No, he works at Disney. His internship ended, but he just works there now.
Cool.
Yeah,
Good for him.
he does the like private van service thing with them.
I like Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse's dope.
He's a good guy. I know a lot of people.
He has this mic now.
He did. He got one.
Yeah,
it's a good.
The
mic.
same one, the black one.
Oh, nice. These are good mics.
They are good mics.
What we do anyway.
Yeah, they're good for everything pretty much. It's very versatile. We're sponsored by Blue Yeti mics, by the way.
We're not sponsored, but hey, if you want a sponsorship, hit us up.
We're also sponsored by The Top in Gainesville. Great restaurant.
We probably should check the email, actually, now that I think about it.
What do you mean? There's not going to be anything in the email.
Sponsors.
All right, guys, we're going to check the email for sponsors. I hope you guys have been shouting us out to different companies.
Have we ever broadcast what our email even is? We probably shouldn't, because then we'll get emails.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Kind of does.
All right, whatever. It's only for business.
Business. We should get a fan email for people to send in questions.
Oh, that'd be cool. I mean, our fan email is essentially our comment section.
Yeah, but kind of cool to have
private messages
to send questions and stuff.
Can you DM people on YouTube?
No, I don't think so.
That's a shame.
There's like a way to comment on the channel as a whole, I think.
Did they not remove that yet?
They might have,
because that was pretty cancer.
Was it?
Yeah.
I only like looked at it a couple of times when I was like looking for like a YouTube series I was following. Like I just found, and it's like it ended. I'm like, all right, are they working on it still? Are they not? And was checking there for like updates or whatever.
Why don't you just check their Twitter?
So I'm not that smart.
You instead went to the comment section on the page.
Yeah.
Great. But yeah, so Josh tries to meet back up in the line, and then people, this big fuck and some of these other people, he looked like a skinhead probably.
And then that middle-aged woman.
Yeah, they were like, no cutting.
Ah, you're cutting. You're an asshole.
No cutting, Josh.
And he's trying to explain, like, no, I got out of the line to pee.
Yeah, he's like, guys, actually, this is actually super rational. See, my friends are up there. I got out to pee. I had a drink. You can see them up front. Actually,
all the people around them will vouch for this as well.
They actually know, but later on they'll clap for my demise.
Yeah, so like Drake.
That's how it should have went down.
Drake, like an idiot, decides to grab Megan and walk back down the line.
They should have never done that.
Out of their spot, backwards in line.
But if they were walking backwards in line, you would know they were already in line, dude. Doesn't make any sense why they got mad at him.
Because they wanted to move up faster.
Yeah,
so that's
probably.
That's 3 less people.
So the big dude called security, and he's like, "These people are cutting."
I saw them, and it's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, and then so they get dragged away by security, and the security's like, "Back of the line," and everybody starts clapping. They're like, "Yeah!"
You guys are assholes. No one.
Even the people way in the front that were Drake and Megan were just behind were clapping and stuff. Like, fuck those people that they were up there waiting the whole time. You saw them.
You saw them. You probably talked to them a little bit.
You were only looking at their backs the whole time, dude. You know they're there. But whatever. I'm only a little bit salty.
I'm very salty. Like, that made me physically angry.
Yeah, because it sucks to wait in line.
And then get kicked out.
And like, I've been in lines before where people are moving through the line to try to get back to their friends. Who fucking cares?
Just let them go.
Yeah, like, you can usually tell. Like, there'll be people up front that are like waving at them, like, come back to us. Please. You know?
Or you probably saw them leave in the first place.
Yeah, you know, like, it's not a huge deal. Even if they were cutting, like, the nightmare situation, they are cutting. It's like two people that are gonna be in front of you.
Sorry about that audio just now.
I mean, it's fine, man. I'm just mad.
Anyways, so we cut away from that. They've gone to the back of the line. We cut back to the house.
Yeah.
Where Craig and Eric are like, so what are we supposed to do? Like, well, they said that he should be out cold the whole night.
Yeah.
Cue Papa Nichols waking up.
I don't understand why they weren't watching the show before that, though.
Yeah.
Or was this very quickly after they left?
I don't know.
Like, what's the timeline here?
It seems like...
Were they tied up for an eternity? Sorry, spoilers.
It seems like this was probably maybe 10, 20 minutes after they had left.
Uh-huh.
So Drake and Josh were probably already either... Like, they were probably in the parking lot. Because it seems like this...
It seems like it was very close.
Very close. Because they said we have 20 minutes before Mom and Dad get home. And they made it to their car and then back home.
Through the traffic.
With a little bit of time to spare.
Yeah.
So...
Spoiler.
Whatever.
So.
But
yeah, so they're just like at the end of the couch, just like staring at Papa Nichols sleeping. And then he eventually wakes up and he's like, "Where am I?"
And they're like, "What's going on with him?" And he's like, "I get..." he thinks he's back in World War II.
Yeah, so they knew backstory
He must
about
be
him.
disoriented, and he's
Yeah.
like, "What did you call me?"
Yeah, he says, "What did you call me?" to disoriented.
Oh, I love that.
Um,
Are you Germans?
they're like, "No, we're from." Where do they say they're from? Glendale or something?
Glendale. And he's like, "Oh, that was when they were tied up." He's like, we're from Glendale." He's like, "Well, I'm actually from North Glendale because you see the city counts."
Yeah, and he's just like, "Shut up."
That's when his phone rang.
So
but
they end up chasing. They get like chased around and like beat up by Papa Nichols.
Papa Nichols beats the shit out.
Yeah,
knocks
he
out,
headbutts Eric
headbutts him and knocks him out,
and throws Craig over the couch.
and then runs away screaming "USA, USA,"
Yeah,
and calls General Patton.
yeah, directly from his shoe phone.
General Patton, I've been kidnapped by some German nerds.
Yeah, he calls them German nerds. The B plot line was great.
It was so fantastic. So pretty much every time we cut back to them, should we just finish up the B plot line?
We can finish on
I'm
the
going
B.
to finish the B plot line.
Yeah, finish the B.
Every time we cut back is Craig and Eric trying to find Papa Nichols again because they're
Yeah, like Marco Polo style.
Papa Nichols.
Yeah, they're just like wandering around really slowly saying Papa Nichols.
Where are you, Papa Nichols?
Because he's just like hiding like guerrilla warfare style.
He drops down from the fucking ceiling.
Yeah, and destroys them. So like that's what I was saying earlier. Like this surgery couldn't have been that crazy.
No. And then he's hiding up in Drake and Josh's room and he put up a decoy on the couch.
Yeah.
So he thinks he's in Germany.
Yeah.
Or at least somewhere in World War II.
Yeah.
But he's
Probably in France because he says the beach is clear.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
Probably in France. Or
It's
Italy because they did try to...
Generic war location. He
Yeah.
doesn't.
I mean,
He's also calling
it
General
depends.
Patton, and he was only, what, a
Well,
sergeant?
Patton was in Italy, so he might have been on the Italian front.
Could have been. Yeah, that's true. I don't think they put
I
that
only
much,
know that from watching the movie Patton.
I don't think that the writers put that much research into it.
I want to believe it.
But he sets up the
Watch
decoy.
me be wrong. And then someone looks it up and is like, actually, Patton was on the French front.
He wasn't even in Europe at the time.
He was in Africa, I know before.
Okay.
He was on the African front, and then all right, never mind.
Dude, it's good. I love history. I'm gang.
I love history too, but now I'm like trying to remember it, and I like can't remember everything. Whatever.
It's fine. So he puts that bag over Eric's head, remember? And throws him out the fucking window upstairs.
Yeah. He throws. Was it Craig or it was Eric, right? Eric? Yeah, it's Eric.
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah, Eric gets thrown out. I have to think of
The voice.
The voice.
Eric.
So Eric gets thrown out of the second-story window out of there
With a bag over his
boys' room.
head first out the window.
Yeah, it breaks the glass.
He definitely would have died.
Yeah, for sure.
Or at
Head
least
first.
had broken bones.
Could have broken his neck. Paralyzed.
I mean, he might have...
Can you imagine if Papa Nichols paralyzes Eric? Holy shit. It's like the darkest timeline.
Just kills him straight up.
Holy shit.
Like, oh my god, Papa Nichols.
Craig's down there crying.
holding his body.
He kills himself. The Niagara Fall photos just play at their funeral.
At the funeral, their joint funeral.
They're kissing.
Their
Sorry.
love could never be broadcast, but they loved each other deeply.
They did.
This time period was not kind to them.
So then after he gets thrown out of the window, they get tied up back to back like Indiana Jones and his dad like style
In
from
The Last Crusade.
From Last Crusade. Everybody knows the shot. Dad, what? Dad, what? You know, the classic thing.
And where he finds out that his dad and what's her name?
Are you talking about Indiana Jones?
Yeah. It's also the scene where he finds out that his dad slept with that girl too.
Oh yeah. The German, right?
She talks in her. She's Austrian, I think.
She was a Nazi.
Yeah.
Regardless.
She was a Nazi.
Regardless.
Oh yeah. No. She talks in her sleep.
There's a book burning in that.
There's a
movie,
big book burning scene,
And
he
Hitler's
gets an
in it.
autograph from Hitler.
which is crazy
such
in
a
the
good
little
movie.
book. It is a great movie. If you guys haven't seen it, which is insane if you haven't seen it, but I recommend the original Indiana Jones trilogy. 100%.
Absolutely, 100%.
People give Temple of Doom a lot of hate, but it's good in its own right. There's a lot of great
I've only seen it like once
Things
all the
about
way through because my mom was never a fan of it and she never really wanted me to watch it.
because of the bugs.
The heart thing.
Oh, the heart thing's dove.
My mom.
They pull his heart out of his
I
chest
know,
and
it's so-
show it to him, and he's still alive, and then they lower him into lava.
It's cool.
Yeah,
But
it's a great practical effect.
My mom's always been like, weirded out by certain practical effects like that. Like Predator, when they have the skinned people hanging up. She's like, don't look at this, don't look at this, don't look at this. And I'm just like,
it's like an amazing
pretending not to. And I'm like, that's cool.
To not look at it is to not.
It's not scary. She was like, it's going to give you nightmares. I'm like, it's not giving me nightmares. It's just cool. So
those practical effects people put so much work into that shit.
I know. I love practical effects.
God. No, that movie is some of the stuff that they do with that culture is kind of insensitive and fucked up.
Yeah.
Like just for Indian people, like they make them seem insane.
Insane culture.
But
also it was like it was not everybody. It was just that group.
But it was also they were trying to go off of those like early 1940s like pulp stories. So like they're trying to do it like that on purpose. Like that.
We say here back in the Indian.
Yeah, it's
in the Indian frontier.
It's like those classic adventure stories, you know, that they're trying to do. I mean, that's what the series is based on.
What will our heroes do?
Yeah, exactly.
Tune in next week to find out.
I mean, they fall out of a plane. They jump out of a plane
and then ride down the side of a mountain in a raft.
Awesome.
It was
it's
so
the coolest
cool.
thing. Short round.
I love short round. Enjoyable.
Yeah, so the rest of this B plot line is basically them just tied up. They try to escape at one point. But then Papa Nichols is right there, and then they run back, and he starts tying the rope like around their necks, just chanting USA the whole time.
And then their phone goes off.
Yeah, and he thinks they're from the future, or it's some sort of like trick.
And then so he throws it. He's like incoming, and throws like a grenade.
Yeah, he throws it at the wall.
And it just shatters.
So all his
little spark comes
out of it. All those shit little photos are gone.
All their vacation photos from Niagara Falls.
All those 8-bit photos.
My camera phone.
But that's pretty much all that happens in the B plot line, right?
Yeah. They come home.
Yeah, so we'll jump back into the A plot line. So they're back in line. They're all the way at the back. And they're just giving Josh shit. They're like, "Oh man, you should have never gone to the bathroom." And he's like, "Oh, I'll let my bladder explode next time." And they just tell him, "Please do."
And this big guy cuts in front of them, right at the back of the line.
Yeah.
And Josh is like, "No cutting," and the guy just looks at him. He's like, Megan said it.
She said it. And then this bitch of a mom and her pirate son,
her little shit kid,
come up behind them, and the kid keeps like jabbing Josh with his sword. And Josh is like, he's like, "All right, yeah, cool, chill though."
And he tells the mom, "Are you not going to say?" After he keeps doing, he's like, "Are you not going to say anything?" She's like, "Yeah, quit messing with my kid while he's trying to play pirate."
She's the worst. I couldn't believe that.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like that guy, Josh was being very reasonable.
He was.
You're
very
being
patient.
An incredibly bad parent.
She didn't give a fuck.
No.
So then it cuts to them. They're like halfway through the line.
About halfway, yeah.
Back to the like last portion of the line where they were waiting before, but not all the way at the front this time.
They're not as close as they were before, but
but they're in the snaking part. And this like mouse mascot guy, I forget what his name is. Did you write it down?
No.
I forget what his name is, but he's essentially like a Chuck E. Cheese.
He looks like a cracked out Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, and he's like the mascot there. And they like call him over, and he starts like messing with them, patting everybody on the heads and stuff like that. And then the little shit pirate kid rips his tail off.
And it's like, "Ha ha, I got your tail."
Yeah, and Josh is like, "You do not rip his tail off."
And took the tail from the kid.
Yeah, and then the mouse mascot guy turns back around, sees Josh with it in his hand, assumes that he ripped it off, which is fair. But
not really, though.
Well, I mean, he doesn't know. He's reacting. But also at the same time, this guy should be able to hold his cool. He's a mascot.
Yeah. He's like, "You do not rip off my tail, man."
Yeah. So then he starts beating the hell out of Josh. He throws him off.
He like picks him up and just slams him like a wrestler on the damn ground on the other side of the railing.
Which is probably all like rock and concrete.
Oh, it definitely was concrete. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're in a fight, and then the security gets called over by the bitch mom.
Drake goes out of the line to help Josh get like out from underneath the mouse.
Megan stays in line.
Megan stays in line like a smart person.
Very intelligently. Yeah, so then the security comes, pulls them off, and then the security is like, they go over to Megan, and they're like, "Do you know these guys?" She's like, "Never seen them in my life." Which is brilliant.
I don't blame her.
Yeah. So then they get pulled away to the back of the line. Everybody starts clapping again.
Fuck them.
I couldn't believe it.
I hate those people so
Even Megan starts clapping.
Which I don't blame her.
She's trying to fit in.
Yeah, exactly. You got to blend in. but like also fuck those people.
Yeah. So then they end up.
Everyone around saw that kid rip that fucking
I
tail
know.
off.
So then they end up at the back of the line again. And then once they're at about the midpoint of the line, they see Megan come out. And her hair's all fucked up. She's got the Demonator shirt on. She's like speaking real slow.
That was amazing.
What did she say? It was like a
getting a
piggyback.
piggyback ride from a tiger through a tornado.
Yeah. And
with one extra adjective or something in there, but I don't remember.
And that was like right after Josh was like, maybe, or no, this was earlier in the line where Josh was like, maybe it's not going to be worth it. And that the person comes out of the line and is like, what is he in?
That was the first time.
Somebody, it's like part of me died, another part was just born.
And then a little kid comes out and is like, I don't even care that I puked.
Yeah. That was the first time that people came through. But then the second time really nails it home that, man, we got to get on this fucking ride.
And Drake does some amazing calculations to figure out if they can make it through the line on time.
Yeah.
To get home before mom and dad.
Yeah, and he's like, we'll have 2 minutes to spare. It ends up being like 10:58 or something like that.
Something like that. He does a lot of really complicated, well, not that complicated, fast mental math.
Yeah, it's not that complicated. It was just really fast. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do it that fast.
I probably wouldn't have been able to do it in like 4 times the amount of time.
So then they end up waiting, and they get on the ride, and they get off, and they're blown away by it. Their hair's all fucked up. They're wearing the shirts.
They love it.
And then Josh, I forget what Drake first said. Oh, he says it was better than love, and then Josh says it was better than girls, and Drake snaps out of it. He's like, whoa,
Don't
man.
get carried away.
Yeah. And then as they're leaving, Drake finds these chicks and he starts chatting with them, but then Josh pulls him away.
Does his standard bear hug, pick up, and runs away with him. They get home to find Craig and Eric tied up. It's like, why are Craig and Eric tied up?
Yeah, so they let them loose, and then Eric is like, you owe me a new phone.
And they're like, all right, whatever, get out. And they kick him out the back door because Walter and Audrey are walking through the front door.
Papa Nichols is back on the couch at this point.
Yeah.
Laid up, tired as hell. The drugs have kicked back in, I guess. And then they realize that they have their shirts on. So Megan and Josh were wearing jackets, so they just zipped up. And then Drake, instead of taking the shirt off, rips the curtain off the wall and just wears it like a toga.
Blanket too, yeah.
It's so funny though. He just instinctively ran right over to the curtains and just ripped them off.
And Josh was like, "Oh, okay, that works, I guess."
Like he could have done anything. Like you were saying earlier, he could have went upstairs.
He could have just sprinted up the stairs.
But instead, they like do a little pose as the parents are coming.
Why are you wearing my drapes?
Yeah, and but then they're cold. Like, then Josh is like, "Oh, did you win? Did you win the newsie?"
No.
Yeah, so he's all sad.
Whatever.
Bruce Winchell.
I cannot remember his name.
And Megan's like, "Yay!"
Oh no, sorry.
But that's pretty much it.
Well, I'm so sorry.
Whoa, excuse you, Trevor.
Wow.
Abby, cut that out.
Please do.
Leave it in.
Yeah. Just okay. Yeah. Oh my God, the dad goes over to wake up Papa Nichols, and it's like, Papa Nichols.
Oh yeah,
we're home. I think you wrote it down.
Yeah, and then I did.
Papa Nichols, wake up! Boom! Just Papa Nichols straight socks him in the face.
Yeah, he just punches him and knocks him out.
Out cold, leaned over the couch.
My note for it was just that Walter died.
Walter straight up died. Papa Nichols just crushed his nose.
Yeah, and then all the after credit sequences were just more of the B plot line where Papa Nichols was hiding in Josh's like little cabinet where he keeps his
little
clothes.
Wardrobe thing.
Yeah. And he gets out and
scares the crap out of
Craig. And
he's
Craig
like, the beach is secure. That's when he does the beach is secure thing.
But that's pretty much it. So what do you rate it out of 10 koalas?
9.
9 koalas?
I'm feeling generous today. I feel like that was a good...
It was really good.
Solid, funny, maybe 8.5 because of the line thing.
Yeah, the line thing was pretty infuriating.
Some of the line stuff was really infuriating, but it's also kind of part of the joy of the episode, I guess.
Yeah. No, it was a super good episode.
8.75 koalas out of 10.
Go with the 9, man.
You think
yeah, go with the 9. Let's go whole.
9 out of 10 koalas.
9 out of 10 koalas from Trev. I think I'm gonna go. It's pretty. So I'm trying to think. Like,
don't think too hard though.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna say 7 out of 10.
7.
7 out of 10. It was very funny. There was very
7.
B plot line was fantastic.
That's mighty.
The line thing was was too much for me.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I hate getting to the back of the line. Like waiting in lines for rides sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Like it was just, and the people were being such dicks.
They were.
But I guess, I mean, it's part of the episode, but some of the lines were very laugh out loud funny. But still, I think
The moment the
7 out of
mouse
10, I
whipped
think it's
Josh
pretty solid.
over the railing, we both laughed out loud.
Oh, it was great.
It was hilarious.
The way Josh floats in the air is amazing. But no, I mean, 7 out of 10 is a really good rating. Like, we haven't had very many high ratings so far.
I guess so.
Our highest rating is when we all went 10 out of 10 for the Blues Brothers episode.
Because it's the best one.
And I think I've only had a couple others where I went like 8 or 9. Maybe 7's kind of too low. I'll leave it at 7. That was my gut reaction. So between the two of us, it rounds out to an 8.
Yeah, which I think is a fair average.
Yeah. Which I just realized that we hadn't really. I don't think we had really done that, but we did it on like the first episode because
we averaged our scores together.
Yeah. I just
Did we?
I just re-listened to the first 3 episodes.
We're now on iTunes.
Yeah, because we're now on iTunes, and we averaged out our rating, which I think is kind of nice.
Should we start doing that again?
I'm down to do it. But it would average out to an 8.
Average.
8 out of 10, which is pretty good. 4 stars.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you guys should definitely go check out Demonator. It was very good. So who do you want to shout out for this episode?
Well, I wanted to shout out
Papa Nichols.
but
maybe he's Vince Daedrick Jr. It's possible. Oh, you went to Netflix. That's good. It's very possible. How old does it say he is? Scroll up. He was born in 1954. Could be him. Could very well be him.
He was in Iron Man.
I mean, what other old man?
Romance in the Stone. I would love to see like a picture of him.
I'm gonna say it's him.
He was a stunt double for Obadiah Stane. I don't think that would be him.
No? Who's Obadiah Stane?
He was the main villain in Iron Man. The bald guy.
Oh.
I don't think, I'm saying no because he was old in this.
Yeah.
Would he? I don't think he would be a stunt double.
Well, regardless, we shouted him out.
What was his name?
Oh, maybe Obadiah Stane, or sorry, not Obadiah. Maybe Vince Daedrick Jr. is the big bald guy in the line.
You know what?
Might have been him actually.
I could definitely see that one.
Scroll down though. Let's see who we want to get to. Oh no, never mind. Because Jerk in line, uncredited. Benjamin Byron Davis. So I don't know who the other person is then. Scroll down.
Wait. That's a different.
No, that was the bald guy.
That was the bald guy?
Yeah. It's just you're seeing with hair and a beard instead of a goatee and no hair.
Okay.
Scroll down. Let's see who we want to shout out. Who did set?
I tend to shout out the same people and
Scroll
I just
up.
don't notice.
I just want to see who did like the props and stuff.
Prop mastery.
No, that's property.
Yes, it is.
I
can't read. Set dresser?
Yeah, we could do set dresser.
Walt Strom.
He did a very good job. And the construction foreman, Cesar Orozco.
I'm going to say the graphics guy because I like the Demonator logo.
Yeah?
Dan Van Ripper.
David Van Ripper.
Why did I say Dan?
You can never say names right. It's insane.
It's my thing.
But those are our
Von
shout outs for this episode. Really good episode.
Very solid episode.
It's a really good start to the days too, since we have to batch record.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it wasn't like one where we were like, oh God. It was super good.
It was a good start. We've got a mild amount of drinkage going.
Yeah, and I'm super hyped for the rest of this season and to definitely get into season 4. I'm very excited for season 4.
Season 4 is going to be fun. When's the next movie we get to watch?
It's in season 4. It's randomly because it's technically listed as a 2-part episode. Really Big Shrimp.
That's right, Really Big Shrimp.
And then the very last episode will be,
Christmas
the Christmas episode, which I think I've only seen once.
I
don't remember a thing.
I don't think I've seen the entire thing. I think I saw like
it was like a year after the show ended, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a while after.
And it was just not as good.
It was strange, yeah. But I mean, we'll see.
Of course,
we didn't really end up liking Go Hollywood that much
because I don't like the way. Like I understand why they're shot the way they're shot.
Yeah,
but I don't like how TV movies. The camera work is so different from the show. Yeah. I get why it's
wasn't
like
able
that.
to capture the same charm.
Exactly.
But no, we also possibly have another project in the works that you guys might be seeing on the YouTube channel at some point. So you can get excited for that. I don't really want to say too much about what it's going to be. We've kind of hinted at stuff that we were going to do in the past.
I may or may not have said the title of it during this.
Well, if you can find that nugget, then then you'll know what we're talking about. But regardless, so you might see that on the episode coming soon. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Drake and Josh podcast. I've been Jacob.
I've been Trevor.
And go watch some Drake and Josh.